There, Shady McCoy, I'm coming to you first. I know basketball is your first love, although you are the Eagles' all-time rushing leader. Shady, did Mac McClung save the dunk contest, big dog?
If I told you I was an All-American in high school, would you believe me?
No, I would not.
Okay.
Were you?
Listen, I love Mac because he is a Sixer.
Yep.
But I'm going to say no.
He didn't save it.
He didn't save it, man. Listen, we got to do better, right? And I don't want to, I guess, take any light or any shine from his performance. He was brilliant. He was baller. I knew about him. If you watch him on highlights or YouTube, when he was with Georgetown, he was a beast. So I give him his credit. Sixers, home team. But, come on now. If you look at the past of All-Star Weekend, obviously it's the game. But it's the NBA dunk contest. That's what we all love about the game. Back then, when in 1988, when Michael Jordan was Michael Jordan, hear me out. You go to YouTube, look it up. Michael Jordan was balling.
Of course.
You had Dominique Wilkins.
Of course.
Clyde Drexler.
Of course.
Those are superstars.
They are.
Those are franchise players.
They are.
Let's fast forward to one of my favorites in 2000 with Vince Carter, Stevie Franchise, Tracy McGrady. They made the game great. People paying a lot of money to go see the dunk contest. You see Shaquille O'Neal recording everything with the OVS on camera. Now it's like we don't even know the guys' names, right? And I hate to go there, but it takes the love, it takes the fun out of the game. I remember bringing my little nephew to see some of the superstars, Kobe Bryant's, Michael Jordan's, they're all the greats. I think the dunk contest would be great if we got guys like Zion Williams.
Sure.
Right? What about Ja? You get Ja out there throwing dunks, the same dunks they do in the All-Star game. They got to bring it back to the dunk contest. So I got to say he did not save it, and it won't be saved until the superstars come out there and they start performing. Take a couple of dunks. Come on.
I respect that.
It's more entertainment than basketball.
I respect that. I disagree with it, but I respect it. Here's why I disagree. Shady, McClung did what these superstars didn't want to do. John Morant says if I get 1 billion likes on Twitter, I'll get into the dunk contest. Ain't nobody getting 1 billion likes. So we have to beg you to do what God's gifted you to do that you've worked on the ability to do. We got to sit here and start liking things just to get you into a dunk contest that you have the ability to be in the first place. If the superstars don't want to do it, then Mac McClung, put on your cape, put on your old high school jersey, and save the day. To me, this was the best dunk contest since 2016. Y'all remember Zach LaVine, Aaron Gordon? They had the hoverboards going on.
You think that was better than?
This was as good since then. No, 2016 was better, but this was the best one since then. So because the superstars like Williamson, Zion don't want to be in it, because John Morant don't want to be in it, because those old superstars don't want to be in it, somebody got to resurrect it and revive it, Slick, and I think McClung did that.
I respect that.
I 100% agree. He not only revived it, he's redefining it. And that's the most important thing, because to your point, you're right. Like, it's not the same when you don't have the stars. It used to be a rite of passage. You couldn't, Kobe Bryant won the dunk contest. LeBron started it going the other direction. A great player who's considered a great in-game dunker who's not going to participate, and it doesn't matter. What was beautiful about this was it mattered. He made almost as much money off of winning the dunk contest and making his name. And I looked at all the other stars watching him play, and they were amazed.
They were hyped.
Right? They were hyped as much as any of the other guys. So I believe he not only revived it, but he redefined what we consider exciting about the dunk contest. Just give me guys who give me creative dunks and guys who are great stories and who look electric doing it. So now it's on the NBA to get guys like Mac McClung that is going to make it exciting.
That sounds well and good. And I mean, if that's what happens, I'm on board with it. What are the odds it's going to be that good every single year? I mean, you're talking about guys that aren't actually members of the teams they're representing. Like, what are the odds that it's going to be that? And by the way, part of the reason it was so cool is because of the novelty of it. Like, if this becomes a trend, how exciting is that? Like, okay, like if this is the 10-day contract guy that's going to do it now, does that have staying power?
Well, why not? Why not?
I'll tell you why not. I'll tell you why not. Because every time something happens the first time, it's dope. The first time Patrick Mahomes threw a no-look pass, oh, my God. The first time Russell Westbrook averaged a triple-double, MVP. Slick, what happened the third time he did it? We didn't even bat an eye.
Yeah.
Oh, another triple-double again. So I think Dave is on to something. Mac McClung ascending from the G League, signing a 10-day two-way contract. Mac McClung being the unsung white boy that got game. Mac McClung, we used to watch his highlight tapes from Georgetown. I remember he transferred to Texas Tech.
Yeah, he
I
did.
wanted him to transfer to Texas, so I've been watching my YouTube.
You're old school with that.
Yeah, I've been watching my YouTube tapes. But I think Dave is on to something slick. If this were to happen again next year, now it might diminish the dunk contest.
Okay, so there's two parts. Number one, it's not going to be great every year. It's just not. It never has been great every year.
Right.
But what Mac McClung opened up was the possibility, it might not be a 6'1" white dude that's going to be the next dunk contest. But it could be somebody who is trying to scrape their way into the league. And part, I think, of the appeal is you knew how much it meant to Mac McClung. You go to the heart of it. Like, we got to convince guys to participate in this. You get to walk in the steps of Michael Jordan and Dr. J. You get to earn that trophy. That should mean something in and of itself. And I think that that's what appealed to everyone. One of the first things the wardrobe people said to me was, hey, do you know he made almost as much off of the dunk contest as he did?
I mean, that's a hell of a stat. I got it right here.
What are the
100,000, something like
He's
that.
made 106 in career earnings, 1,000 clearly, and then 100,000 over the weekend for the dunk contest.
Acho, real quick, and that's cool. Get your money. But how do you sell that? And the sports we play in, if it's basketball, football, baseball, whatever it is, you got to sell something. If I want fans to come out here, I want a precinct. Oh, we got in LA, we got the All-Star weekend, right? How do you sell it?
I'll tell you.
You can't just sell the game.
I'll tell you.
But you can sell this. We're going to pay extra money for John Morant to go out there and dunk. Zion, right? You pay them guys extra, whatever you got to do, and then you sell it. They got the competition against each other dunking. Yeah. People want to see that. And I hate to say this because he's a Sixer. We might not never see Mac in a Sixer game.
Of course.
Dunking.
Of course not.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it waters it down.
But it comes down to this, Shady, and only you can answer this question, in my mind, better than anybody on national television. How can we get the stars to care about the game? You and I talked we talked about Pro Bowls. You went to 6 Pro Bowls. Clearly, I believe you were probably voted into many more than that. Yeah. But I know you went to 6. There came a point where, Shady, you rushed for 18,000. You have 1,800 all-purpose yards in a season, maybe 2,000 in a season. So you're looking at a Pro Bowl, and you're like, I've been there. 2,000? You're like, I've been there. I've done that. Right. How can we? You've been the superstar that's looked at the All-Star game and said, I'm good. Right. How can we get the Ja Morants? How can we get the Zion Williamsons? How can we get the superstars to actually care about the All-Star performances? Because you've been in those chairs.
You know the difference, though, is that it's going to be easier for basketball because they're all going there. See, with the Pro Bowl, they either have in Hawaii or they have in different states, right? I'm not going to that. In basketball, they all go. They all go there and hang out. So Steph Curry was there. He didn't even play. So they're going there. My thing is this, pay them a little extra. Put some incentives in there for them. You got to do whatever it is to protect the game, right? When it's the Shield, NBA Shield, NFL Shield, you got to do whatever you got to do. So if it's paying them a little extra, play a little harder, they might do it.
How much? Because I was having this argument getting a haircut earlier today. The winning team of the All-Star game gets $100,000, Slick, and I believe the loser maybe gets $25,000. But, Shady, what is $100,000 to a player getting a super max of $200+ million? How much money, and I'm not going to be in your pockets, but how much you think a superstar player would need to make? $250,000, $500,000? What's the number?
First of all, so we talked about Ja. Ja was already there. He was doing the crazy dunks in the real game. Okay, so look, man. The game's on Friday, right? The game's on Sunday.
The dunk contest on Saturday.
The dunks on Friday or Saturday.
Yep.
Cool. We'll give you extra $200,000, $250,000, $300,000.
That's not going to do it.
That might do it. I'm already there.
You don't think? I'm legitimately curious.
Can't go over 500. That's too much.
No, it's going to have to be 7 figures, and then it's going to continue to go up. So what you need to do is you need to give them something that they couldn't get otherwise.
Okay.
What's that?
We're going to give you a signature shoe. You win the dunk contest, you get a signature shoe. I need something that is unique, because money, it just keeps going up. You can never settle that. And I don't need all stars. I just need one star. I need one Mac McClung, and I need one star that has his reputation on the line, because that's the trickiest part. Is guys don't want to go in if they're known as great dunkers and great in-game dunkers. Dunk contest is a whole different animal.
Absolutely.
You're just out there by yourself. They're judging the creativity. Their clock's going. You miss your first dunk because the guy didn't throw the lob right, and now the pressure's on. That's a whole different animal. But if I can give you something you can't get anyplace else, and signature shoes now are the most difficult prize to gain, Now you're giving me something where I'm going to pay attention.
But Slick, why if I'm Ja Morant, would I run that risk? But I'm not trying to lose to Mac McClung. I'll lose to Zach LaVine.
Yeah.
I'll lose to Aaron Gordon. I'll lose to Zion Williamson. But you want me? Because here's the thing. Shady been talking about this. Mac McClung been working on dunks since he was in high school.
Yeah.
Ja been working on hooping. And I mean hooping.
Yep.
Mac McClung clearly been working on hooping, went to Georgetown, went to Texas Tech. But while Ja was working on a street ball, while Ja was working on getting to the paint, driving past bigs, finishing with his right and with his left, Mac McClung was working on, and it is viral on social media, reverse 360 no-look dunks. So it's not a fair fight.
Yeah.
If I'm Ja Morant, why would I even sign up for that?
Wait a minute. If you're Ja Morant and you think you're one of the best players in the league, you don't think you're scared that you might lose to Mac McClung in the dunk contest?
But
I would hope that you would look at it and say, well, I already know I'm an all-time, all-around great player. But on top of it, I'm going to go get this dunk contest. And you know what? Let's say I don't. Mac McClung, well done. But I'm still in the league, and I'm still going to be here all NBA.
Is it too risky?
I would like to think no, because he just illustrated it perfectly. Like, I'm going to go be one of the young faces of the league when this is over. Have fun with your trophy. I would hope that would be the attitude. And that's why it kind of mystifies me to some degree when we talk about guys not wanting to compete. Because at the end of the day, what? I mean, people are going to clown you on Twitter, I guess? People do that anyway. People do that to all athletes all the time. I hope that is not the deterrent.
Shady, final thought. Is it too risky if you are a Ja Morant to go try to dunk against a Mac McClung, knowing you got nothing to really gain and everything
I
to
gotta
lose?
be honest. Yes.
Yeah.
You don't gain nothing. You lose everything. Now, compared to him going against
lose
Zion,
everything.
it's like we both had something to.
And narrative is bad. If Ja goes into that dunk, because Mac McClung had a perfect score.
Right.
So if Ja goes into that dunk contest and loses to
Social media.
6'2", 6'1",
Yeah.
Mac McClung,
Okay. The Michael Jordan
John,
meme.
can you go pull up the
What's
jersey
worse, though?
sales?
What's worse, that
Come on.
that he loses to Mac McClung, or he doesn't want to compete against Mac McClung? What's worse?
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.